G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, it's 2017 and I've been doing these videos for 6-7 years and I've never really shown the face behind the voice, so I thought for a change I would. Other channels seem to do it, so here I am. Yeah, don't get too excited. Anyway, today I'm going to do a little project. I've got a bit of scrap, 15mm diameter round stock stainless steel, and we're going to try and make something moderately useful out of it. And well, whether it works or not, we'll have to wait and see, but you can come for the ride, maybe get a few ideas and while away a bit of time. Okay, we'll get on with it. Yeah, that's no good. Should have used a faster feed rate. Yeah, well, we'll clean it up and have another go. Yeah, the pattern's still got a weave in it. But I want to get it dead straight. Trouble is, this is pretty hard stuff. You can see that the shear tool restores the finish beautifully. They're the way to go if you want to get a really fine finish on stuff. Pretty much any hard to machine steel will get a good finish with a shear tool. So go back to my videos and I describe them and go through them. Alright, we'll have one more crack at longitudinal knurling. If it doesn't work this time, well, I'll have to resort to the other more conventional knurling. Okay, this time I'm going to change direction. I'll knurl away from the chuck, see what happens. And yeah, we'll have the last crack at it. You can hear the fan going in the background. It's a pretty hot day in Adelaide, so a bit of fan noise can't be helped. So we'll give the old girl one more crack. This is the last effort with this particular setup. I'm on the fastest feed rate, machining away from the chuck. Ho ho ho, hooly dooly, look at that. Look at that. Perfecto. That's all it needed. It's amazing, you know, when you're machining how you can struggle and then all you gotta do is just change the feed direction on a piece of steel and for some reason it'll just, everything clicks That's good. That's what I was after. That's great. That's perfect. Excellent. So it just shows you, there's a good example of what can happen. Alright, we'll push on with it. Alright, so we've got over that hurdle. Now I want to use the parting off blade, my smallest parting off blade, to put some longitudinal concentric rings on it. Alright, so now we've got a nice little pattern there. Grip and a bit of decoration on the bottom. So now we'll have to drill the centre of this out to lighten it. So that's the next job. 25. Be alright. Now we'll just chamfer the inside of the end a little bit, just like that. Good. Now we'll break the edge a bit. So, what are we making? Well, you probably guessed by now it's going to be a little end piece, ornamental piece for a keychain. You know, for say whatever keys, you're just going to have to now reduce down the diameter this end, bring it up to about here, I suppose, reduce it down back to about there, drill a hole through for your key ring, and you're good to go. You've got yourself a little neat little homemade ornamental keyring tag. So that's the plan. Now I'm going to cut it off about here, and then I'm going to grip this in the shoreblin with a collet. It's a lot easier working in from the end than on a cut-off shaft than doing it this way. We're gripping it in the chuck, and then you have to use very narrow tooling to get in there. In comparison, and then you've got to part it off anyway, so it depends, you know. Having collets makes it a lot easier. You can grip on there with a collet and you won't hurt anything, won't mark anything. So yep, and I like using the old shoreblin, so we'll go into the shoreblin now. Alright, so we've machined the end. I've left plenty of metal so I can drill the hole for the key ring, and then I can turn it down more afterwards, because trying to drill that centrally is going to be tricky. If you do pull a bit one way, well, it's better just leave a bit of metal there as a safeguard, but if you get a nice neat job, well then you can just turn it down a bit more, get it as small as possible. But it's going to look pretty cool, eh? Pretty neat. I actually saw this design on a jewellery site and I thought, gee, that's nice. I can make one of those out of stainless. So that's what we're doing, and I'll probably bring that shoulder back a little bit too, so it's closer to what the other one is. But you know, always leave yourself a bit of extra. You can always work it off after, work it back. So yeah, I'll bring that shoulder back as well, and then I'll trim it to length as well. So yeah, we're getting there. Right, well, I've got the job in flat, plain jaws, so I won't mark it. To centre the drill, we're going to use a stubby little centering drill to get started. We're going to use the little centering trick I showed in another video. We put a shim on there, and if it's parallel, you know, you're good to go. So that's good to go. All right, we'll drill it. All right, we've drilled the hole, and you'll notice I've got a hydraulic jack under here to support the bed. Even though we're only drilling small diameter, you'll get flex in all of these drill presses, so put a jack under there just to support it, and you'll drill a straight hole, hopefully, every time. Well, here's the end result. It didn't turn out too bad, really. I think it's quite neat, quite nice. It's light, and yeah, it's quite pretty. It's basically a bit of a copy of one I saw on a jeweller's site, only they'd made it in silver. And yeah, well, stainless is good. If you use stainless, it won't rust or mark your clothing. It's durable. If you use aluminium, it can put black marks on stuff, and it's not going to be as strong, but it'll go for quite a while, I suppose. So anyway, as a project, yeah, I think it's a good one. It's simple, just the basics to be done. Teaches you a few skills, and at the end of it, yeah, you got something nice that nobody except maybe viewers on this site are going to have. All right, that's it from me. It's getting pretty warm down here, so I'm going inside now to have a beer and a bit of lunch, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.